Hi, I'm Paul, welcome back to my channel. For a while now I have been looking to recreate a very specific 60s guitar lead sound. It's a sound that crosses genre boundaries and it can be heard on a lot of records of the era. The sound that I'm talking about seems to be devoid of any kind of low end and it's full of trebly bite and mid-range. This is how I approach to recreate that sound with the tools that I have at my disposal. So today I want to talk about this little pedal chain here, namely the Boss GE-7 into the Benson Germanium Fuzz. But of course, everything starts with the guitar. I have here my Fender Parallel Universe Jazz Tele. And I picked this guitar because with its stock vintage American pickups, it's the brightest guitar that I own. However, it also sounds quite balanced, which is great since I don't want to inflict any hearing damage on myself. Then next up in the chain I have the Boss GE-7, which I use to cut out some low frequencies before I hit the gain stage. Let's hear it. By the way, I'm also using it to boost the signal a little bit. After the EQ, I have the Benson Fuzz pedal. If you followed my channel, you know I have a few fuzzes like the Wazza or the Big Muff around. I chose the Benson Germanium Fuzz because it sounds more vintage than the silicone-based options I have here. Let me give you a short demo of how the settings on the Benson interact. Now, I know a lot of folks think that a Germanium fuzz like this needs to see the guitar and should be first in the chain. However, I need the LoCut before the Benson to get the results that I want, as the overall sound comes out more natural in this way. Next up we have the amp. Back in the day, guitarists would probably have used something like a Vox AC30 or a twin reverb or even a bigger amp, while on the other hand some sounds didn't involve amps at all and had the guitars play directly into a console. Since close miking wasn't a thing until the 70s, with mics farther away from the amp there probably wasn't that much low end captured to begin with. Other factors involved in vintage sounds are how amps sound when you crank them, or the gain staging of the recording chain, or what the recording medium of 2 or 4 track does to the sound. I want to stick with close miking, so I'm going to choose a small amp here. I actually have some excellent choices for that around. This here is my 1976 Vibro Champ, and this is my 57 Custom Champ Reissue. I'm going to go with the Custom Champ since it gives me more focus on the mid-range and it cuts through better with the JC40 providing the backing track. I'd actually love to have the amp at the edge of breakup, however it would be very loud here in the room and I'm seated next to it. The Vibro Champ is actually a lot quieter when breaking up, but I still think the Tweed Champ is the better option here, even if it's in the clean ballpark. So there you have it, my way of achieving a gnarly 60s lead sound. Let's hear it again.